Hello everybody, this is your Queen of Cups with your weekly tarot reading, and this reading is going to be for Virgo, and it is for the week of the 18th through to the 25th of October. So for Virgo, this is the Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck. And so I'm going to pull one card for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know for the coming week? What does Virgo need to know for the coming week? Just a second. What is it that Virgo needs to know? What does Virgo need to know? There we go. Oop! There are too many, huh? Oh my god, how many are they? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's take them this way. So we have sensuality. Express your sensuality. Virgo, look how beautiful this oracle card is. So express your sensuality. Then we have moving forward, get ready for positive change. Yes. So get ready for positive change, move forward. This is very beautiful here. Just enjoy the artwork. And I have to thank everybody for your generous donations. I do buy new decks with your, or oracle cards, tarot decks, with your donations. I save them up. Oh, 7 deadly sins. Humanity's destructive traits. 7 deadly sins. So let's lift this up a bit more. Yeah. So moving forward, and yes, you might want to leave behind this deadly sins, people that have that energy around them. Here she is actually in this picture. I think she is kind of pushing all these deadly sins away, kind of protecting herself here from that energy. So this might be quite an interesting approach towards towards negativity. So instead of reacting towards it, protecting, or maybe just walking away from it, right? Turn your back to it and just walk away. We have resilience. Rise above tribulations. Rise above tribulations here. So yeah, so even if there is a situation here where you might be encountering people representing this deadly sins, or maybe you experiencing some of that deadly sins, like I will read them in a minute, And then we have new beginnings. New beginnings. Begin your new life. New beginnings, begin your new life. So this is the phoenix rising from the ashes. New beginnings, begin your new life. Yes, I feel that you are definitely leaving behind all this negativity. And I'm just going to Virgo. Let me see if I can get hold. How is this called again? Seven. Seven deadly sins. So basically, sloth is laziness, being physically and emotionally inactive. So I'm going to read you this little passage here. Welcome to the world of human nature. The seven deadly sins are at the root of all destructive behavior. Greed and other negative traits drive harmful human activity that impacts the quality of life on Earth, particularly the environment. It is a lack of concern for the Yeah, you see, this is all about, sorry to interrupt, but it is about Mother Earth in very specifically. And here, the next card, resilience, right? We have the Earth here. This is like a planet, like looking at the Earth from above, right here. This is the Earth. So it is about Mother Earth, about taking more care of the planet, being more responsible with the planet. Where was I? Greed and other negative traits drive harmful human activity that impacts the quality of life on Earth, particularly the environment. It is a lack of concern for the representation of Mother Earth and all these human destructive traits that are leading to the devastation of life on this planet. So it is about preserving the planet. It is about being more conscious about our actions. Working together in harmony with nature and the animals. So you can also see in this card here, you can clearly see the animals are looking for shelter by her feet, and she is kind of pushing away here all this negativity that is coming from humans, actually, you know, from this I mean, we all humans are in different stages of development and of spiritual awareness, right? So it's not about judging somebody that has less awareness or is still completely immersed in the deadly seven sins. It is about giving them the dignity of their process, and obviously it would be great if through a good example, right, by living the virtues, the seven heavenly virtues, they would start learning and developing an awareness of what would be a more spiritually evolved way of behaving, acting, and honoring the world and nature, right? The earth. So it is sloth, laziness, being physically and emotionally inactive, gluttony, overindulgence in any in anything to the point of waste, lust, an intense desire for physical and sexual gratification, greed, excessive pursuit of material possessions and power, wrath, extreme feelings of uncontrollable anger, envy, discontentment aroused by another's good fortune, pride, excessive self-love and arrogance. Yes, and here we are not talking of a healthy self-love or feeling of worthiness. This pride is it's arrogance. It's arrogance. Because it is good if you have achieved something and you have worked hard on something, or you are actually displaying an honorable lifestyle, right? You can. It costs strength to do this, right? So you can be proud of yourself. So this is not what, and self-love is important. So this is not what is being meant here. What comes forward here with arrogance and pride in this way, excessive self-love and arrogance, this, what I feel, what comes forward here is, just give me 1 second. It was just there and now it's gone. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, the ego. It is more that one is so dominated, I would say, by one's will and motivated by the will of the ego, basically, that one stops listening to their intuition and listening to one's higher self, to your divine self, to that is in alignment with your mission, with why you came here to earth, with basically God's will, right? I mean, it sounds a bit religious, but it is basically about following Spirit's will, following your intuition, following your higher self, your divine self, following that is aligned with your greater good, actually, with your mission, and is aligned with God and with why you came on earth. There is a soul plan that was crafted. I even hear crafted. That was crafted before you came to earth, and a divine soul plan that you agreed to, basically, and you have the soul plan with many other people that are coming in and out of your life. So basically what I'm saying is that when we hear pride here, excess and arrogance, this is a life lived by ignoring this intuition, the higher calling, the higher self, that little quiet voice inside of you that it's more than just a conscience. It is actually truly a God's will. And here the sin basically is to follow the ego and Einstein says, I don't know if I can still, I don't have his quote here, but I can tell you the meaning of it. He says the ego is the faithful servant of the soul. The soul is actually the God-like essence of the godlike essence of who you are, and that is what should actually motivate and inspire your life. And the mind is the faithful servant of the soul. See, so, and that is exactly what that is basically because you would still follow God's will. You would follow the soul, right? It distinguishes here between the higher self, the soul, God's will, which are all in alignment, versus basically the ego, which is not love-based, but mainly fear-based, and the ego has all the other sins in it as well, in a way. So, for example, the envy, discontentment aroused by another's good fortune, right? So this is a very interesting one, because if we would be in our higher consciousness, if we would be in a state of love and of unconditional love, and we would be in that state, we would not even be bothered by, we would be happy basically if somebody else would be happy, right? So, and here basically the sin is to get pleasure out of the misfortune of somebody else. And this is truly a very, very ego-based. So even because what comes to mind is when you are in a higher level of consciousness, when you are full of love, when you are in your divinity, when you are one with everything, right? One with God, one with everything. There is so much abundance. There is everything is flowing to you anyway. You don't have the experience of lack. You don't fear anything. Everything is fine, right? So then in that state, all these feelings, that feelings don't even the ego hasn't even got a chance, right? So it's interesting, they put the last ones here, but I feel in a spiritual way the two last ones here are actually, spiritually speaking, the the bigger sins, basically, So basically, so this is now enough. So Virgo, yes, so the cards jumped out this way. I was just going to pull one. So you are definitely moving forward. You're experiencing sensuality. You're moving forward, I would say, from and also the inaction. There comes like the inaction as a deadly sin. This goes more into this of depression and not finding and not honoring the sparkle of life and not honoring the divinity in yourself and not honoring basically God that the God's force, God's sparkle of life, you know, that the actual fact that you have life, right? Like that you are alive, that you can breathe and you came to earth with a mission. That sparkle should be, how shall I say, not should, but you know, that inspired action by the divine, when spirit comes forward and reminds you that you are here in order to accomplish something for the greater, for your greater good and the greater good of all concerned, right? That there is something you are meant to do here that is of really of that has a positive impact on the world, right? And not just on the world but on yourself, right? If so basically the inaction is that you are not honoring that calling, basically, you know. So it could even be that you are just sitting in your comfort zone, doing a job that is terribly boring, and then you're just going home and just, I don't know, get drunk and watch TV or whatever not, and that's your entire existence, right? So that I feel is what comes to mind with that laziness. Basically, it is not taking a good night's sleep or to really rest, or rest is important, right? And it is okay to just lazy around as well, but I feel it is this element of sin comes in when we don't honor that inspired action. And the inspired action, the inspiration comes from spirit, comes from the divine, from your mission, right? If you don't go and do the project that you are called to do, you know, or that if you are not not honoring your mission, see. So even just by asking the question, what could be my mission, you know, that is already inspired action. So anyway, that was just what came forward now, because the card came up and I felt like I had to, a lot of attention was drawn to that. And then obviously the whole topic of here, where she is of treating our environment honoring our environment, right? Because we are part of it, and it is it's like if we show destructive behaviors towards ourselves and towards the environment and towards others, you know, I mean, where are we going to end? So, and resilience is about see this again, rise above tribulations, right? This is also about see there is the little stairs here that go up, and I feel this is exactly this, rising up your vibration and rising up to a different level of consciousness, again from an ego-based negative consciousness towards a higher level of consciousness. And yeah, and then we have new beginnings. Begin your new life, and this is absolutely beautiful. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes, and what is beautiful about this is that no matter what, we have always a second chance, right? A second chance to make things better, and every day is basically a second chance. So this was a very interesting reading. You will still get a reading with the tarot cards. What cards do we have here? Yeah, why not? Okay, let's take some. Yeah, let's take some love cards. Shall we? Yes. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, let's take the love cards here. Well, they're a bit of a mess. Let's see. Maybe I can take others. Sorry about this. I'm a bit undecisive. Well, why not? So let's take the Golden Oracle, the Golden Universal Tarot. So what do we have for Virgo for the coming week? This was already quite interesting what we got here. What do we have for Virgo? Yeah, so I'm going to pull a tarot card for each of the oracle cards. So we have the Queen of Swords here. So this is Aquarius energy, a Libra energy, Gemini energy. You are seeing a situation very clearly. You are there is also communication going on, coming in, and you might be dealing with an air sign. What else do we have for Virgo for the coming week? What do we have for Virgo? We have the Nine of Swords. Yes, so there are the thoughts tormenting you at night. Something is worrying you, and this is exactly it here. This is a state of overthinking, and this state is a very clear case of ego. All this, if you would be in a state of love, and if you would manage to rise your vibrations, you and quiet the mind, right? Maybe through meditation, you would have faith that things would work out. We have here the Page of Cups, right? Page of Cups is a beautiful love offer coming in here. Beautiful love offer coming in here. So, and we have the Three of Wands. Your ships are coming in, definitely. You have been quite persistent in this, waiting patiently. Now your ships are definitely coming in here. Virgo. Oh, there was Virgo. See here. So Virgo, this is your energy here, and you were coming in. Yeah, so with the Hermit, you might want to spend some time alone, going inwards, reflecting on things, right? And then we actually have here also the World card. You are closing a circle, you are closing a chapter, you are wrapping things up, you are graduating, you are coming full circle basically. And this is actually also what this card says here: new beginnings, begin your new life. So Virgo, this is very clear. You are coming into a completely new phase here. What is the advice here for... Yeah, we have spiritual growth. Spiritual growth here. And what is the message here for Virgo from their significant other? What is longing? Someone is secretly yearning for you, Virgo, and I mourn my loss of you more than I dare to admit. Yeah, wow, this is what your significant other is saying. So you might be single, you might have, come full circle here. And there is probably again this love offer coming back here from this person. I mourn my loss of you more than I dare to admit. Maybe also the other person, your significant other. I feel there is this, that they have worked things out somehow. Is there anything else? What is your significant other saying to Virgo? They would, yeah, always wanted children. So somebody always wanted children, and this is also the child card here. So yes, so for some always wanted children. So Virgo, this was a very interesting reading, slightly different than usual. So if you liked this reading, if it helped you in any way, if it inspired you in any way, then send me a like. And obviously that you have to take it as it resonates. You know, this can be you, this can be your significant other. I feel that the main question here is also about kind of life purpose, and about being like an empath and actually truly caring about nature and the earth and the animals and everything. So yeah, so this is what I have for you. Send me a like if this reading did help you in any way, inspired you. Don't forget to press the bell icon when you subscribe if you want to be notified when I upload my next reading for you. Also, if you want a private reading, or an intuitive life coaching session, or are interested in my online course, Awaken Your Intuition and Transform Your Life, then feel free to contact me. My email is queenofcups, 10 of hearts, tarot@gmail.com. And I am very well equipped to help you transform challenges into blessings and also to awaken your intuition and transform your life. I have a master's in spiritual psychology and I do channel spirit. And yeah, any questions, send me an email and we can take it from there. Much love and light, many blessings, and bye bye for now.